We told her about the Ironmen flavor.
We're back, guys.
So we're back here in Dewey. The boys down 2 points here to start the second quarter. The second quarter of action is going to be brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in here in Nowata, the January Chamber of Commerce Business of the Month.
Stop in and see Brad Coley, all your auto parts.
We've been working right there across the street from Napa, and you see a lot of business over there.
3 generations, right?
It is, and that's going to be a backcourt there.
Not what you draw up at the end of the quarter.
A little bit of a learning lesson there. Let's see how we respond to that turnover.
I was thinking of something, guys, between the quarters. We're down Price Brothers, which obviously hurts, and we're down Hill. What's his first name? John Hill. Those are 3 tall, long guys that we had for the first game with Dewey. So
rebounders. So we got a timeout there. Trenton Smith was able to get the timeout called before he got called for the travel. So this is going to be an RBS Bank timeout. So good energy to come out for the second quarter already for the Ironmen. See if we can keep up the good energy. Good crowd this evening too.
Yeah, for a Tuesday night game, right? You know, this is a game that ideally you'd have it on Friday night. But the way the schedule fell this year, Tuesday night game, good crowd here in Dewey.
Dewey's always been a good crowd in no matter what sport. Girls basketball, boys basketball, football, baseball, everything. I'm really surprised that the rivalry has dropped off as much as it used to be. All right, so Barnes here with the dribble up the right side of the three-point line. No good on the shot attempt there. Good try there for the steal. Boy, that was a manly putback.
Back 2.
That was big league. Velasco crosses half court, calls for the screen from Josiah. Another one there. Move the ball here, boys. Pulls it out. Deep three-point attempt there. Wow. Defensive rebound to the Doggers. I don't know if I like that shot attempt. I mean, he can hit him, that's for sure, though.
Oh, I thought he was falling. I think Alex just kind of put his hands down to catch him, so I don't really know that Alex pushed him down.
I'm with you. So that's going to be Alex's first personal, third team foul in the Ironmen half.
So we got...
I'm with you. I don't think he was pushed there at all. I think there was a fall.
Dillon went to the bench and...
Jaden Bowman has stepped in. Yep. Like we were talking about earlier, with the Price brothers out, it's good to see the bench get some work tonight.
Yeah.
No good on that shot.
Well, you can probably explain this a little better than me, but this is a night that you're probably going to want to try to steal some minutes with some guys that maybe wouldn't normally play in this game.
Yep. And that is a learning lesson, like you said, to take just around the corner of the playoffs, and that's a learning lesson to take into the playoffs. You got to use everything when it comes to those. So a long three-point attempt there by the Doggers is good.
Number 3, Kel Garner, knocking down the three-point shot. Biggest lead of the night for the Bulldoggers. It'll be interesting to see where Nowata tries to generate some offense here with Dillon on the bench.
Speaking of Dillon, he's going to be checking back in. He's not going to be there long. Smith there kicks it out to Covarrubias for 3, and that one's no good. This second quarter action brought to you by Napa Auto Parts there in Nowata. Bond with the 3-point attempt. Wow.
Hey, Cook with a nice follow.
I mean, that's one thing that they're gonna have to take advantage of. Dewey is, and they're doing a good job of it. He's on the boards. That shot attempt no good from Trenton Smith. Not a good shot attempt there. Need to work around with a little patience, get something a little better look. And, good defense there by the Ironmen. Ripped away by Josiah. They're playing some good minutes, Josiah. What?
I think I'd like to have seen him just go ahead and take that one to the basket.
So Chase Thompson and Dylan Barnes will check back into the game. Bowman and Covarrubias will take a seat.
Good job by Jaden Bowman. We talked about just coming in, providing some good, solid minutes. I think he did a good job. There, that was 2 minutes that he came in.
Oh, jump ball, yep. Dylan took a nice lick right there. That one hurt.
Yeah.
You know, we keep talking about the bench. It's good to see the different guys get action. They come in and do what they need to do and get out.
Right.
I was just listening to a little bit of the sports talk radio, of course, but that's all I ever listen to. But they were talking about the Patriots and how on their scouting list they have 100 more players than all 30, I think, whatever, NFL teams combined. And that's the thing is everybody brings something different to the table. And if you can find out what everybody's, good job there by Velasco, best fit 3-point attempt, and that one's good. But if you can find out exactly what everybody does and what you can plug them in for, you can be really successful.
Right. You don't want everybody doing the exact same thing. You want, what are you good at? I had this conversation with Luke Price earlier this year. I think he was probably pressing a little much the first couple games. I told Luke, you do what you do well, and you're going to make your team better.
Yep.
I think we've seen him do a good job of that.
So you be you.
It's a little bit of money ball as well.
That's true. Billy Bean, right?
Yep.
Great movie too. Gosh, it's good.
So, know what a bit patient, working the ball around.
Oh. Well, he kept that dribble. He didn't walk. He kept it. What are you talking about?
Now that's a heads-up play by a kid that's in his first year playing high school basketball. You didn't see an ounce of panic when he kind of stumbled there.
He's been there and done that before.
I think a kid that has that much coordination and he dribbles as much as he does, and he'd probably didn't even think about it. He's one of those guys that flies around and jumps on your back and is in the next room before you even know it.
Oh, wow, what a pass. Oh, man, that was like conviction.
Woo, Dylan didn't cut right exactly where Gabe thought he was going to.
I don't think you guys remember a guy that I grew up, he was in Nowata, but he actually came to Dewey, and I lost track of him in his high school years, but Chris Eccles was like that.
What was his name again?
Chris Eccles. He was kind of a smaller guy, but he was wiry, and he was athletic and fast.
The name does sound familiar. Good defense there by the Ironmen. Good force. There.
Ooh, I didn't think she had a good side of that. That's a tough call. That's tough.
Well,
no,
they called that on, but he wasn't even down there.
Well, we'll take it.
I guess no, he might have been on that backside. I thought that was Josiah Clark.
And that's where she called it from. So
yeah,
she probably had a different advantage.
That one's up and no good. We all thought that one was on Dylan Barnes, that's for sure, but it was not. It was actually on Trenton Smith.
So that's a good reminder that, sometimes the officials see something different than what you think they see.
That's right.
Long rebound there by the Bulldoggers on the missed free throw.
Easy on the swiping there. Good job by Trenton Smith. They're going to call that one every time.
Caleb Hall picks up his first. Team foul number 5 for the Bulldoggers. As Kel Connor returns. Will, I've been impressed with the effort on Nowata's defensive side tonight.
We've been all over, that's for sure.
I think Dylan slipped.
Yeah.
That's a tough call if you're a Bulldogger fan.
Back in the day, I think that they've redone this court now.
Yeah.
But back in the day, literally right where she was standing and on this other end too, there's dead spots in the court. You dribble the ball over those spots and the ball would literally, and I'm not kidding, it would literally stick to the floor almost.
Wow.
The floor was so dead. But I'm sure they've fixed those. I hope they have anyways.
That foul was on Caden Bond. That's his second. So Bond for the Doggers and Barnes for Nowata, both 2 fouls. What's
Give
that?
it to him.
Now Dylan's matched up with a freshman down there on the block.
Yeah, he had him pinned there for a second.
Now we got 2 people in the same position. That's going to happen tonight.
There we go. A good shot attempt there by Velasco. Falls a little short. Let's see what we're made of here in these last 45 seconds. Josiah went down hard there.
Caleb Hall with a nice move for the Doggers to draw the contact.
Trenton Smith, second personal.
I call that Trenton Smith picks up his second.
Going to be the 15th foul. So this second quarter action has been brought to you by Napa Auto Parts there in Nowata. Like Clint said earlier, go in and see Brad and Colleen.
I think they have a nice supply of Echo things if you're looking for some lawn. Not doing a lot of lawn care, but if you're getting your mind ready for spring, that's a good time to stop in and look at their Echo line.
They got a little bit of everything in there too. If you need it, I bet they could get it to you.
But maybe you got a chainsaw that needs sharpened up or something like that. I bet they could help you out.
That reminds me, I was given a chainsaw a couple of years ago and it worked perfectly fine. I just haven't used it. I may have to go take that out and get it. I need some trees cut down. Thank you, Clint.
Do what I can. There we go.
Good take there, and they're going to call him on the floor.
That's all right.
Well, that'll be the 7th foul, so we're going to go to the line anyways, shoot 1 and 1.
Yeah. Again, that that 10-point mark. I think it's a mental thing, but if you can get it under 10 by half, then you
can carry a little momentum. Dylan Barnes there puts the first free throw in. Bowman will check in for Jace Thompson. Covarrubias is going to check in for Barnes after the shot here. Emmett Sells will check in for Trenton Smith.
There we go. Nice job.
That's good free throws there.
That way, no chance of Smith or Barnes picking up that 3rd foul here in the last 7 seconds.
Put pressure on him. So Dewey's looking for the last shot here. Wow.
That was a good call.
Yeah, it was. So at the end of the first half, 25-17, the Bulldoggers on top of the Ironmen here in Dewey. That second quarter of action brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Nowata. We're going to cut to a commercial break here, and we will be right back with the second half of action right after this.